Welcome to Glenwood Park. I'm Letitia Headings, and I'm here with Annie Bishop. She is on the advisory board for the Middleburg Spring Race Association. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for being here with us.
So I know you grew up in Middleburg, and you have a long history here. Tell us about your involvement with the races.
Yeah, so as long as I can remember, I've always come to the Middleburg Spring Races. It was sort of the kickoff to spring every single year, and I spent years and years playing around the rocks before I actually started watching the races. And then I got really into steeplechasing and galloped steeplechase horses for a while and really loved it. But it's always been the kickoff to spring, and it's always been a place where friends and family and people come together to sort of see each other after a long winter of hibernating. And so yeah, it's really one of my most favorite days of the year.
How have you had to adjust under these circumstances this year?
Yeah, so it's been definitely a tricky year, and for everyone. I mean, I think that the adjustments we had to make this year were sort of, how do we have the races safely? How do we can do everything that the government is asking us to do and still make it safe for the horses and the riders and everyone that's here? It's obviously a big adjustment because we don't have any spectators this year. So from a marketing and branding standpoint, it's really about communications with our sponsors, our spectators, and everyone that normally is here with us on what we can and can't do on race day. And so that's been a big adjustment, and making sure that the board and Doug Fout and the NSA have the support that they need to make sure that we can have the races safely.
Why is it important for this race day to happen despite all of the setbacks that have been part of 2020?
Yeah, I think it's really important that this day happen. One, it's our 100th running of the Middleburg Spring Races, which is obviously a milestone and really important to us as an association. I think the really important thing, though, is that the economy of horse racing is not just about the owners and the trainers, but it's about the grooms and the vets and the farriers and the people that make the hay. And so it really is their livelihood. And so as much as we love racing because we get to have spectators and we get to share it with all of our friends, at the end of the day, it's really about the horses and the horsemen. And so I think that's why it was so important to us that we run this year.
What can we expect to see next year? Assuming we don't have, the same circumstances as we do in 2020, what can we expect to see next year in 2021?
Well, we hope that 2021 will be incredibly festive. It's always great to come here on race day because there are so many tailgates and people in beautiful clothes and hats and gorgeous horses. And so it's a very festive atmosphere. And so that's what you can expect, is hopefully another festive atmosphere as we, celebrate another year of being here. And having fantastic horses run and having all of the support of the industry that we do.
Tell me why you love Middleburg so much.
I love Middleburg for so many reasons. I was lucky enough to grow up here, and so it's always had that sort of, this has always been home. I've lived other places, but I've always wanted to be here. I think that you think about the open space, you think about the horses, fox hunting, steeplechasing, all of our family and friends are here. I love it when I have friends come out who've never been here, and they just can't believe where they are. And they think, we're only an hour west of DC, how is that possible? It really is just magic here. How lucky are we that Daniel Sands, Eve Fout, and many others fought to protect the land so that we can enjoy it for another 100 years. And as we think about another 100 years, the Middleburg Spring Race Association is also fighting to protect that with the endowment that they've started to make sure that in 100 years we're all still enjoying this space and hopefully still enjoying steeplechase racing right here.
We are so very lucky. Well, I hope you have a magical day here at the races, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.